Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm playing some Dice Throne again, but an all-new solo co-op mode called Dice Throne Missions. This is a Marvel-themed one, and unlike Dice Throne Adventures, this is not a campaign. It's a bunch of one-off missions you can play. I'll do a solo playthrough of one of the tougher missions and then give my thoughts on the game at the end. And as always, no disclaimers. We take no compensation for our crowdfunding coverage, and also everything you're seeing is a prototype, of course, so things could change. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast or join the conversation on our Discord. So the basic idea of Dice Throne Missions is that you and other players will be playing through one side of this board, fighting minions while pursuing some sort of objective, and the minions will be attacking you each round, and also other negative effects will be occurring. And once you get past the first part of the mission, then you'll flip the board over and you'll fight the boss. If you beat the boss, you win. If one of you is defeated, you lose. You get the idea. Besides that, it's mostly normal dice thrown, except there is this concept of ranged and melee. You can sometimes attack enemies from farther away, and then they won't be able to attack you back, that kind of thing. There's also these tokens you can move around to pick up, and that also highlights that movement is pretty important. Whoever you're next to is going to be able to attack you, although some enemies have range. Also, as you move onto these tokens, you'll pick them up. By the way, the standees that are supposed to be with the game, those weren't done in time for the prototypes. So I'm playing Storm from the X-Men, and I'm using this little lightning bolt to represent her. And here she is. She's one of the X-Men characters that will be in the new set. And to summarize her core stuff really quickly, she can put lightning bolts on many of her abilities, and then she can do a charged effect with them the next time she uses them to make them more effective. And she also gets these tornado tokens to borrow the enemy dice, which can only help her get straight, but she has even a straight that uses 6 dice. That's really powerful. And finally, she gets wind shear tokens to prevent some damage to herself and transfer them to somebody else. There's also a new resource in Dice Throne missions called Momentum. You'll mostly get it as you defeat enemies. And you can spend this to make your attack or defense range, which means you can affect people who aren't next to you and potentially not get hit back by them. You can also spend it to recruit allies. Randomly, we have War Machine, Colossus, and Wasp. This comes from a deck of ally cards, and as we get one, another one will replace it. And they can boost our attack, boost our defense, give us alternative attack options. And then each of them has a way to exhaust them to get an even stronger effect, but then they go away. But, if you have the momentum, you can maybe buy somebody else. And this crisis clock is going to advance based on number of players every round and do bad stuff to us. And at the beginning of the game, you roll a die and move it forward that much to randomize where it starts. I got a 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the end of this round, I'm going to have to discard a card, and then nothing. Then the president's going to do her very negative ability. I might need to go take care of her. Let's talk about the scenario for a second, by the way, before we start playing. So this one's called Executive Crisis. It is rated a 3 out of 6 difficulty, although the hardest ones in the prototype I was sent are only a 4, so this is like the second hardest that they sent me. That being said, there's a ton of ways to increase the difficulty. I haven't played this one yet, so we'll see if I die or not. Hopefully not. But zooming in on the flavor text, it says, Mysterio is holding the president within her own emergency bunker. He is tricking her with illusions to pardon the Sinister Six. He has created phantoms and dangerous effects to confuse you. Can you see through his tricks to find both controls to open the bunker door? So we're going to start over here, and you can move wherever you want as long as you don't go past any of the blockades or enemies. As you defeat enemies, you'll free up their spot, and then you can move past them. And I'm trying to get past this bunker door to get to the exit. That's how I actually fight Mysterio. And anytime after my move, I'm adjacent to one of these 3 terminals. I'm going to flip this over. 2 of them are green check marks. 1 is a red X. Once I find both of the green check marks, I can go through. So I might get lucky and only have to investigate 2 of those. I might have to look at all 3. But a bunch of the enemy abilities are going to be moving this illusion meter to the right, and if it gets all the way to the right, then I lose. So I don't want to let that happen. And every mission has a basic goal and an optional, perfect goal to get a bigger reward. So in this one, the only thing I have to do is open the doors and get out to fight Mysterio. But if I defeat every enemy on the board, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, then I'll get even more of a reward, although that might push the illusion meter too far and make me lose. But okay, let's get into an actual turn and see how it goes. So first we can move and gain benefits. So where do I want to go? This +1 and +1, those are +1 damage tokens to use as an attack modifier. This one will get rid of a status token. Seems like I should wait until I have one. And then these blue ones are momentum, which can be used to do range attacks, which is super powerful because then you're not getting hit. I used it by those allies. And at least in this scenario, every single one of these enemies only has a melee attack. So if I go here, for example, both this fake agent and the fake president could attack me. If I go here for this really powerful bonus, both this phantasm and this fake agent could attack me. And looking ahead, in 3 rounds, the President's going to fire off her Crisis ability. Each enemy has one of these. They happen whenever this thing advances to their icon for their enemy type. And the President and the Fake Agents are the two that currently have the greatest potential for advancing the illusion meter. So I think I want to try to defeat the President first. She's got 21 life, but no shields. The enemies have these shields. If they get hit by a defendable attack, they'll use them. So I'm going to move here and I'm going to move there. That'll give me 1 momentum, and I discard this. And besides buying allies, 1 momentum can be used to turn my attack for a turn into a range attack so that I could not be next to these people and not get hit back. Or alternatively, if somebody's hitting me with a range attack, it would let me use my defense, because normally if you're not next to somebody, you can't use your defensive role. Okay, and then after moving, you just play a normal round of dice thrown. In multiplayer, everyone does their stuff simultaneously until they've all finished their rolling and pick which action they're going to do, and then in turn order you resolve the actual attack, so it tends to move pretty briskly. Normally, I'd have my income phase where I would get 1 combat point and draw a card, but you skip that in the first round. But during the main phase, I am going to use my Twister card for 1 combat point, which will get me 3 Tornado. Then I'm going to spend all 3 of that Tornado as I go into my actual rolling. And each Tornado lets you steal an enemy die. Now, since the icons don't match Storm's icons, I can't fire off any of her regular abilities, so they are solely helpful for getting straight with numbers. So here I've got 8 dice. I'd love to get that Maelstrom with 6 in a row, 1 through 6. We'll see how that goes. See, I got 1. I got a lot of 1, 2s, and 3s. And I got a 5. Well, what the heck? Might as well try for it again. Oh, there we go. I think I got it right. 6 and 4. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm doing Maelstrom. Oh, and sorry, I'm targeting the President. I should say that. So I'm going to deal 10 damage, then place Lightning on up to 4 different offensive abilities, including this one. Or sorry, excluding this one, so it can't charge itself right now. And then when I use one of those abilities in the future, I can discard the Lightning to gain their charge effect. So if I use Maelstrom again later, I would get a CP and draw a card in addition to dealing my damage. So that was 10 damage to the President. If she had any shields and I wasn't doing undefendable damage, she would use them to block as much damage as possible. But besides that, none of the minions have a defensive role. Only the boss does. So she's got 11 left. I don't know if I can defeat her next turn. All right, and then for my Lightning, I'll put 1 on Blizzard because that would turn an 8 damage attack into an undefendable one. Should be nice with those people who have shields. I think I'll do it on all my ones with straights. Those seem pretty good. Then maybe Opposites Attract. That one gives me the potential to do a decent amount of damage, and having a Lightning Ball will let me re-roll the damage to hopefully go higher. I get another main phase, but I don't have anything I want to do at the moment. So now we do the enemy turn, and you always roll 3 dice plus 1 die per player in the game. So here I'm rolling 4. Always 2 red dice, which are only significant during the boss battle generally, and then some black dice. And I'm going to compare the result to every enemy, and all the ones whose results are showing will fire off. So with higher players, you're more likely that more types of enemies will attack. And what we got? Oh, okay, that's not too bad, actually. That's really good. With 4 of those yellow or orange slashes, only the fake agents will attack. The phantasms needed 1 of the blues. The president needed 2 blues. And there's always, in all the missions, a unstoppable threat that's going to kind of do consistent damage and annoying things whenever you roll that symbol. And here they didn't get any of it. But if you're wondering, the orange are 3 out of 6 faces, the blue are 2, and the yellow is the 6, so that's the least likely one to fire off, although they only need 1, so maybe not. So we then look, and it says Fake Agents multi-strike, so that means that if multiple heroes were next to them, they would attack, and each of them is attacking if able. It's melee, so only this guy's going to attack me, the other ones are too far away. And it says deal 5 damage, then gain a damage boost plus 3. So this guy's going to hit me for 5. We'll get to my defense in a second, and then give himself a plus 3 boost that he'll use whenever possible. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think, these guys didn't attack, so I don't think they get the damage boost, but that could be totally wrong. I guess somebody from Dice Throne would have to tell me either way. All right, that was not undefendable, so I'm going to use Tempestuous. If I get 3 of the basic win results, I'll get a Tornado. If I get 2 of the blue results, I'll stop 2 of the 5 damage. And for each 6 I get, I'll get a lightning. So let's see. Okay, that was actually pretty good. I did not prevent any damage. So I'm taking the full 5. But I get a tornado and I get another lightning. Now, where do I want to put it? An interesting one is Light It Up. So any ability that does not cause any damage except collateral damage to an enemy doesn't count as an attack, which means you can use it when you're not next to anybody. So yeah, maybe I'll put Light It Up, and if I need to run away and not get hit for a turn, that'll give me an option to do that. And to finish up the round, we advance the crisis clock equal to the number of players, although as difficulty goes up in the different difficulty variants, you can make that higher. So I'm going to have to discard 1 card, And I think I'll get rid of what status effects removes all status effects. Hopefully I won't need that. And the illusion meter didn't advance at all, so that's pretty nice. All right, so going into round 2, I want to try to finish the president off because her crisis ability is going to go off in 2 rounds. I don't have too many abilities that can deal 11 damage. And I also don't want to be next to that guy with his +3. So I could go here and get another momentum, and then I might have enough to buy a decent ally. Yeah, let's do that and be next to a weaker fake agent if they activate again. So I'm not going to remove a status token. Instead, I'm going to gain a momentum. And I don't think I have to pick my target until I've actually finished all my rolling and stuff and whether I want to use momentum to gain range. So I'm going to get income this time. Got Lightning Strike. If the ability you're activating is not already charged, activate its charged effect. Okay, that's not too great. I would love to get some actual upgrade cards. We'll see if that happens. And now as a main action, I'm going to hire Wasp for both my momentum. It says during my roll phase, I get an offensive kicker, which just means a modifier of +1 damage on every attack. That's awesome. And then if I exhaust her, I additionally that round gain a shield to block 3 damage and make my attacks undefendable for 1 round, which again, with those people having a lot of shields, seems pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm going to get her, hopefully not exhaust her for a little bit until I have more momentum to do something else. And you do immediately replace, oh, we got the Hulk as somebody I can hire later. What the? During your roll phase, exhaust to gain 2 shields. Oh, he has nothing except exhausting. If you activate your ultimate ability, add 8 damage. So Hulk's all or nothing, isn't he? And I do have 1 tornado, but it seems like the kind of thing you want to save up until you can do a bunch of enemy dice and really try to go for your best straights. So let's see what I get. Come on, dice. Where'd you go? Okay. Oh, 1, 3, 4, 5. And I'm pretty close to Thunderstorm, which needs 3 blues and 2 whites. I could also just go for a Gust. So yeah, let's keep the interior ones and go for a 2 or a 6 here, or maybe both. Okay, now I've got a lot of blues. So okay, let's switch again and go for a Thunderstorm. Of course, if I get a 2 or a 6, I'll have a choice. Perfect. Well, not perfect, I didn't get the straight, but I do have 2 whites and 3 blues. So it's going to gain me 2 lightning, and I did check Storm's rules. She cannot use an ability's charge effect unless it started with lightning, so getting it on an ability won't let you activate the lightning effect that turn. So here I'm not getting a charge, but I am dealing 7 damage, +1 with Wasp, which unfortunately is not enough to defeat the president. Still got 4 life left. Wonderful. Oh, but hey, you know what? Why not? Because all my stuff is charged now. Let's go ahead and use the charge ability of Thunderstorm and gain 2 Tornado. That should set me up for a solid Gust or Maelstrom turn next turn with a bunch of stolen dice. All right, no more main effects. So we're just going to the enemies. I'm getting a little bit worried about this. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm okay with that. So it's just going to be this minion attacking me and then getting a +3. Again, I'm not sure if you would have already had a +3 from last time, but I'm thinking no. All right, 5 damage. And this time, all I got was, that's my max tornado, so I better use those next turn. But yeah, I didn't get any lightning, now that I could have fit it anyway, and I didn't block any damage. Okay. Man, I think I'm going to die here. It's definitely a lot harder than the level 1 and level 2s that I was playing. All right, Crisis Clock advances. The next time it'll go to the President, and her Crisis ability is at range. She inflicts Focus Fire on all heroes. Then we roll 3 dice, and we increase the illusion meter by 1 for each blue she rolls. So that's why I wanted to get rid of her. She's like the single fastest increaser. Although, I'm realizing now, the fake agents each roll a die and can each increase it with a blue. And they have it 3 times on the clock, whereas she only has it once. So maybe I've been doing this all wrong, but the die is cast and we're going to go with it. Now, sadly, I didn't save any momentum because I spent it all in Wasp, which I'm now thinking was a bad idea. Because otherwise I could have run back here and just shot the president from range and not gotten hit by either of these bruisers. But things being how they are, I'll go there. And I'm getting 1 more time. Give me another roll attempt. I got 3 combat points and still not a single upgrade. That's fine. I'm going to spend all my tornadoes to get every die possible, although the president only has 4 life left, so I guess this is kind of potentially overkill. 1, 2, 3, 5. So no 4 and 6 yet. That's fine. I don't have any straight yet. Okay, there's a 6. Oh gosh, still don't have a 4. Help me out, people. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess I got to use my tippet to increase or decrease a die by 1. That's dumb. Would have much rather saved that. That's only one of my own dice. Okay, that's not a tippet that can affect an enemy. All right, so that gives me the option to use any of these. And actually, I don't want to do Maelstrom, I'm realizing, because I don't need 4 more lightning and I don't need 10 damage. I'd rather get the defensive Wind Shear ability. So I'm going to go ahead and say I did the better version of Gust. I get Wind Shear, which I can discard as I'm getting attacked to stop 2 of the damage and deal it to anybody else. as undefendable damage. And because it's charged, I'll get 2 win back. I'm spending the lightning bolt. And I'm dealing 8 damage, more than enough. Actually, I should say 9 with Wasp, but yeah, more than enough to defeat the president. And whenever you defeat an enemy, you place one of these tokens in their space. First of all, it means now I can move through it, so I can find out if that's one of the 3 things I got to unlock. But additionally, you get to divide 2 momentum among all the players, but hey, in solo, it's all mine. Which means I could get another character, but I think I'm going to save the 2 momentum and try to use Wasp's exhaust ability next turn, maybe, before I get more. All right, now it's enemy activation time. This could hurt. This could hurt. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, actually, that's not too bad. I was going to say that means the fake agents and the phantasms. I still haven't gotten Mysterio even once, but the phantasms are melee strikes, so they're not going to get me. But yeah, so this guy will hit me for 8, and then get another one of these. This is not okay. Most of my games so far I've been playing with Wolverine, and he heals a ton, so having Storm, a little bit scarier. Okay, so I'm getting a Tornado and a Lightning Bolt from that, but still not blocking any. I'm down to 27, y'all. Am I even going to make it to Mysterio? That's a good question. All right, and then this advances, but the president is gone, so we're okay there. But the agents are about to get more shields and potentially raise the illusion meter. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world. So even though I might die, I'm going to go over here, and we'll see. Ah, crud. Okay, well, the good thing is that we get +2 momentum when we find the X, but that also means that I am not any closer to actually unlocking the door. So actually, my plan this turn is I don't need to kill this guy at all. I'm going to probably use one of my momentum to start pinging one of the enemies over here. Maybe this guy, since he hasn't been boosted yet. And if I use the Wasp, I can make it undefendable and hopefully get through most of his shields. And then if I can get like my Blizzard, which is also undefendable when charged, I can maybe kill him off and get through. We'll see how that goes. But first, let's get new stuff. Tippet. Okay, this is increase or decrease any die. So Storms are just straight up worse because it still costs 1 CP and it can't change it to a 6. So that wasn't great. But yeah, cool. Do I want to use... I guess I'll use my Tornadoes again and go for a Gust or a Maelstrom, right? Oh, I forgot to use my Wind Shear. Hold on a second. So let's give me back 2 of that life, because I can only hold 1 of these, and I might get another one in a second. Yeah, and I can do 2 undefendable damage to somebody with that after I block 2. And these guys are actually nastier in the amount of damage they do, so I'm going to go ahead and do 2 to this guy undefendable. So he's down to 14. All right, now going back to my turn, I used 3 of their dice with Tornado. Trying probably to get a Gust again, and then use Wasp to make it undefendable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's already it, right? I guess I can stop. I don't need to go for the 6. Well, let's see. What's the difference? If I get the large straight, I'll do 8 damage plus 1 with Wasp. That'll be 9, which means the guy will only have 5 defense left, but I won't have any way to make it unblockable unless I specifically get Blizzard, which is 4 6s, and right now I don't have any wilds or anything, so that seems pretty tough. And I just realized when I got 2 lightning a while ago, I could have put it on Tempest. I'm supposed to have enough for every single ability, so I'm going to use this yellow to represent me now instead. Because I kind of do need more cards, but I definitely don't need the lightning. And I really don't want to die. And the Wind Shear is great, so yeah, I'm going to do the large straight, not roll anymore. I'm spending the charge, so I'm getting 2 Tornado. I'm getting a Wind Shear. I'm using Wasp and exhausting her, so the 8 damage is going to become 9. I'm going to get a shield to block 3 damage, and my attack is undefendable. So he's down to just 5 minus his shields. Oh, sorry, I should have said I had to take 1 momentum to even make that range attack. And then, Colossus gives me a way to consistently prevent more damage if I roll doubles on my defense, or pairs of symbols. I mean, that's going to happen every time. I got 5 dice. War Machine gives me more damage. Hulk is kind of wonky, and I'd like to keep some momentum. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get Colossus. See, every time I do my defense roll, if I have at least 1 pair of symbols, I prevent 2 damage, or I can exhaust Colossus to prevent 6. Is that additive? Is it 8 total, or is it just 6? I'm not sure. But either way, we're doing that. Who's coming out now? Mantis. All right. And the ones you use go to the bottom of the deck, by the way. All right, so I feel pretty good about my defense for the moment. Oh, interesting. So the Phantasms are activating, and the President would have, but not the fake agents, which means that guy's not hitting me. That is awesome. I love that roll. Yeah, geez, still not a single Mysterio activation. What would it be? Roll 1 die per hero, plus 1 illusion meter times the number of blue. And then if there are 2 or fewer henchmen undefeated, oh, so this is if you're going for the bonus goal to kill everybody, plus 2 illusion automatically. But yeah, awesome. This is a nothing turn. Well, that's what I wish I could say, but all the fake agents are doing their crisis abilities so they each gain a shield, which is exactly why I'm not trying to kill them right now. And I'm going to roll 1 die for each of them, which is 3. And on blues, I'm going to increase illusion. It's not too bad. None. Wow. And there's a 6 we've been missing every time. I'm definitely getting lucky with my rolls. All right, that was not a bad turn at all. And hopefully this one won't be bad either. I am moving to here, so I'm only next to this phantasm. And if I can get my blizzard, it's not necessarily a great chance, but if I can get it, then I can undefendably hit this guy and defeat him straight up. That's getting me a momentum. So I'm up to 2 again. Cool. All right, getting some cards. Gale Force. Attack modifier. Roll 5 for each win. So 50% of the time, I'm going to get +1 damage. That might be good. And for each 6, I get a tornado. But I have no bonus to my damage this time, and the only way for me to undefendably get through that phantasm is with the blizzard. Although they have 6 shields and 5 life. So a maelstrom with Gale Force boosting it could potentially do 11 damage and kill him straight up. Or opposites attract, it's a very low chance, but you roll 2 dice and deal that much damage, and then when it's charged, you can re-roll 1 or both dice. So I can go for like an 11 or 12 there. It's not a great chance. And Lightning Field can also do 10 damage, and then Gale Force could boost it up. So I got a lot of ways to potentially kill this guy. I'm not going to use my tornadoes because, I don't know. I don't think I'm going for Maelstrom yet, and lots of other things will give me more tornadoes to make it more consistent. So I'd love 4 6s. That's kind of like the easiest option. Let's see. Okay, that's 1. But the only thing I have to change or reroll is tip it and 1 more time. Should I go for 4 6s when that will not really do much of anything else? Sure, Mike. Sure. Okay, that's interesting. That didn't work. Okay, so should probably readjust. Whatever. You know what the heck? I'll use my tippet. This is dumb. I'm going to change the 4 into a 3, and that'll give me 2 yellow and 3 white, which is my opposite's attract ability, and I will charge it. So I'm getting 3 tornado, but I can only hold, 4. So that's the most. And then I'm going to roll 2 dice and deal that much damage, but I can re-roll 1 or both dice. And now since I didn't get undefendable damage, I need to get to 11. Now Gale Force can help me with that, but okay, I'm going to re-roll just the 1. Okay, that's 8. Now I'm going to spend a CP to play Gale Force, so I need to get 3. I roll all 5 dice, I need to get 3 whites, and for each 6, I'm going to get a tornado, but I can't even hold anymore. So come on. Oh, beautiful. Okay, that was +4 damage, so more than enough. So I defeat this guy even with his shields, getting me up to 4 momentum. Should be good for some range attacks, like while I go open that door, I can ignore this guy and just hit people over there. But yeah, that was an expensive turn. And we'll see if these guys hit me. Oh, come on. Oh, all right. So Phantasms are activating, which isn't going to do anything because I'm next to them. But we are finally getting a Mysterio activation, which is this rolling 1 die per hero. And on a blue, the illusion meter. Wow, illusion has not advanced a single time, y'all. That's unusual. And I didn't get attacked. I'm already with all these defense abilities and nobody's trying to hit me. It's weird. But this is, oh my gosh, I got to discard another card. I guess I go rid of 1 more time. I am card poor. I need to use that Maelstrom ability. Okay, I'm going to move in here to reveal. Yep, that's 1 of the 2 to open the door. And then I'm going to spend a momentum to, let's see, who's easier to kill? 16, 22, 9, 18, 22. Oh, they're even? Oh, sure, that makes sense. So, yeah, I guess I'll go for this guy since I can move here and attack him without being next to the other one. So I'll plan to use 1 of my momentum. I finally got an upgrade. What is this? Thunderstorm and Static. Oh, so there's another non-offensive ability. Gained Wind Shear, Tornado, and 3 Lightning. Sure, that seems cool. I'm assuming that you keep the Lightning Bolt there if you upgrade it. So I'm getting 1, but that costs 2. So I'm down to 1. No worries. And let's go to it. So I'm planning to attack the guy far away using my momentum for range. And, Blizzard would again be amazing, but that seems super unlikely. Yeah, not even going to go. Oh, wait, hold on. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm going to use, ignore that. I'm going to use my 4 tornadoes because clearly I should. When I have them, I can't even hold anymore. How do we do? 1, 2, 3, and a 5. Okay, so no 4 or 6 yet. I wonder, should I keep all of these? I'm never good at the probabilities for what I should roll and not roll. Okay, there's a 4, so I definitely have at least a small straight now. And I'd actually rather get Maelstrom this time, so let's try to get the... Hey, there we go. Beautiful. All right, so, do I actually have any good things here? These are the dice that aren't mine. So no, that's kind of nothing. Okay, so I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Maelstrom. I will charge it, which means I get up to 4 other things charged. So let's go ahead and charge the 2 that I've actually used. And I'm dealing 6 damage, and I'm getting a card, and I'm getting a CP. Ooh, getting paid. Give me more CP. I'd rather more card draw, though. But that's 10 damage to, You know what? I'm not going to do the agents because I just looked and they're about to activate their crisis ability and gain another shield. So I'm going to do this guy. So what was it? It was 10. So he uses the 6 shields first. Then he'll be down to 12. That's more than I think I can do in a single blow, but we'll take it. All right, I'm not going to use any cards. I'm ready to defend again if they actually try to hit me. So let's see if this agent does. And wow, no. Okay, and once again, no Mysterio. Phantasm can't reach me. This is interesting. So yeah, is that really it? That's it. Oh, well, this advances. The agents get 1 more shield each. Never gonna kill you. Not this time. Never gonna kill you. Did I forget? No, they all have 4 shields. And we're going to roll for the illusion, looking for blues. There it is, our first illusion advance. There's definitely going to be a swingy element here, and so far the swing is fully in my favor. But I did forget to spend the momentum to get the range attack on that guy. Now it's my turn again, and I mean, I can defend pretty well, but also at the same time, I don't really need to let this guy hit me. Although actually, I've got Wind Shear, which would let me do 2 damage. So here's kind of my thought. If I move here, that's going to give me a +1 damage token. I can use momentum to attack this guy. If this guy attacks me... Well, if I'm going to do that, why don't I do it this guy? Yeah, so this is better. So I'll move here to get a +1 damage token. And between that and Wind Shear and other stuff, I'm going to use a momentum clearly to do a range attack. Hopefully I'll be okay. First I am getting... Ooh, double up to draw 2 cards. Hey, there we go. All right, so let's do that first. I'll pay 1 CP to draw 2 more. So wild. Nice. And remove a status token. Hey, here we go. I'm actually getting real stuff now. And then what the hell? I'll play getting paid to go up to 4 CP. Now I can afford stuff. Man, I still haven't even used Colossus once. How ridiculous is that? Okay, now I'm going to attack. I'll just go and spend the momentum now so I don't forget. Do a range attack on that same guy. And I have no win, so I guess I'm going for a regular one. He's got 12 life. I can get a +1. I can hit him for 2 with Wind Shear if I get attacked. So I guess ideally I would get 9 damage. It's kind of a lot. I think my best action is actually just getting a basic lightning field, which is just a lot of the whites. So second roll, let's try for that. Hey. And third roll, let's do... Okay, I think I'm still okay. Yeah, I am, because it's 6 damage +3 if I charge it, which I am. So that makes it 9, 10. So he's down to 2, and then if I want this guy to attack me so I can use Wind Shear. If Wind Shear goes off, then I can finish him with that, which will be before the Crisis Clock advances and uses his effect. So come on, 3 orange, hit me. Hey, there we go. Okay. Oh, no, that would activate the Phantasms, but not Mysterio. Okay, so he's attacking me for 5, and then he's getting a +3. So first, let's see what Colossus has to say. If I get doubles on my defense roll, then I block 2. Or is it just double any pair of symbols? Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest thing to trigger. So I didn't get a tornado. Oh, I did block 2 damage. I blocked 4 if I use all of that crap. Can I still do Wind Shear? Yeah, it says prevent 2 damage. It doesn't have to be 2, or I guess up to 2, but it says they do 2 damage no matter what. And, oh, I'm getting a lightning. Looks like Maelstrom or Lightning Field. Let's do Maelstrom. Yeah, so I'm taking 0 damage with the Wind Shear, but still doing 2, which finishes this guy before the Crisis effect. Giving me 2 more momentum again. I'm up to 4. And then this advances. So they gain evasive. Oh, no, I killed both of them. Awesome. Because they would have gained evasive, dealt 5 collateral damage to all heroes, and then had a 50% chance of increasing illusion. So them being dead is awesome. All right, so I should be able to get out of here before I have another negative effect and get to the boss. No idea if I'll be able to beat him, but at least I should be able to get there. So you go into the next turn, bloop, and hey, the door's open. So next turn I can just leave. I do have to suffer 3 +3 attack, but I've still got my shield token. I've still got Colossus. In fact, I'll probably exhaust Colossus and get somebody else with my momentum, I'm thinking. And since I'm not going to defeat anybody, what do I want to play? Vegas, baby. Got a lot of combat points and still not as much to spend them on as I would prefer. Yeah, what do I want? I guess light it up or static. Static would get me Wind Shear, a tornado, and 3 lightning. Light it up would get me a random assortment. I would definitely get Wind Shear if I charged it. And I guess static also automatically gives me Wind Shear. So let's just see which one I have an easier time getting. So I'm looking for 2 blues and 3 whites, or 2 blues, a white, and a yellow. So 2 blues regardless. 2 blues, a white, and a yellow, right? I mean, I got 2 6s. Should I go for something else? No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, I got lighted up, which by the way is not an attack, so I could have used this without spending momentum, even if I wasn't next to an enemy. So I'm going to spend the charge, and I roll all 5 of my dice, And I'm getting 4 lightning and 5 lightning. That was not at all what I wanted. But I guess I can lightning up everything at least. There we go. And then I got a wind shear. And it does say, by the way, on her quick reference like little thing that you can both spend lightning and then return the lightning in the same action. You just can't activate something that didn't start with lightning in the same turn. Okay, cool. So I'm going to try not to spend the wind shear and save it for the boss since I don't care about hitting these guys. So let's see how it goes. All right, so now for once I would love them not to hit me. Let's see. Hey, oh, they did nothing. And they did nothing again. All right, let's get the heck out of here. So yeah, I could totally stay and fight all these guys. It's not like the illusion meter is that high, but I'm a little worried about taking more damage than I can help. So I'm going to go out the exit. Okay, and it says main objective. If you fulfill the main objective, get 6 healing among the players and 3 momentum. Holy crud. And then flip this board for the final battle. All right, let's do it. So I'm up to 35, 10 lower than my starting stuff, and I have 7 out of a maximum of 15 momentum. Should be able to get me a lot of allies, should be able to be good in general. We'll see how it goes. And here we go, it's Mysterio time. He's going to have the same thing with the Crisis Clock. I also get a bunch of these random bonuses that I can... Ooh, 5 healing if I go there? Let's go. And plus 3 damage? Where were these on my life? Remove a status token. And oh, that's a good corner where I could use momentum to range attack him. Although I'm guessing usually the bosses have some range attacks as well. A lot of card draw I don't care too much about. Less healing. And 2 CP. Okay. So the boss battle is mostly the same. We are going to, let's see, advance the Crisis Clock. They've got these symbols that will trigger powers for them. And you still roll the 4 dice, but now you're doing the leftmost ability that applies. So this one is the strongest. That's 2 6s and a 4 5. It's pretty tough to get. A little bit weaker, a little bit weaker. But additionally, when the boss rolls, each value showing on the red dice is going to get a face down token of one of these. And then if you're in that space, so like if he had gotten a 3 and there's at least 1 red there, then he will activate the crit effect of whichever ability he activates. So it becomes more dangerous. But if you move into a place with a red, you do collect them. Now, they stay red face down on your player board. You'll still get critted, but then you get to flip them and resolve them after you survive the crit. So, it's not necessarily something you want to be doing if you can go somewhere else, but eventually it might be worth it to go pick up a bunch of reds. And this time they've also got a defense. So his is Dazzle. So he defends at range. Oh, and all his attacks are at range. So, okay, me doing range is basically worthless except for avoiding the reds. But yeah, his defense, I lose 1 momentum each time he defends, so I want to spend it. And then he deals 3 damage back to me. Holy crud. Oh, and he's got 35 plus 20 per hero, 55 life. Dude, this guy's way harder than the last boss I fought. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. He's got 20 more life than me. He does 12 damage with his strongest attack. This is great. Everything's good. Everything's good. Okay, so I can start wherever I want. And what the heck? Let's just get the good stuff early. So I'll go ahead and get a 5 healing. That's me to 40. I feel a little better about that. That's a 6 combat points. Jeez. And okay, I got so much defense. Well, yeah, let's go and use Vegas, baby, I guess. Get half again, a die roll, and 1. Great, thanks. You can always sell a card for 1, so that was kind of nothing. I want to use Colossus as soon as I can and then get War Machine or Hulk for a big attack. Hulk potentially if I can get another wild card and then try to fire off my ultimate with it. Especially since Mysterio is going to be stealing my stuff. Ooh, and Mantis lets me heal 6. War Machine lets me do a bunch of damage. All these things are good. All right, so what am I doing this time? I don't really know. I don't have any tornadoes. I just want to hit the guy. So we'll see what the dice will show us. Ooh, I got 2 6s. I do have a So Wild. Should I go for it? All I have is a So Wild, though. But hey, if I can at least get a Blizzard, that's pretty good. And I can always do an Opposites Attract with 3 whites, although I might have already had that and just gotten rid of it. Oh, crud. Okay. What the heck? We're going to go for it. Right? Anything's possible. Come on. Oh, let's go. Okay. I wish I had the Hulk. So I'm going to spend 2 of my 7 to change the 2 to a 6. And unlike if you've seen Dice Throne Adventures where they have the King's Hand tokens that can cancel your ultimate, these do not. Ultimate, by the way, is automatically a range attack. Not that that's helping me in this case. Okay, so I'll certainly spend this. I don't even know what I'm doing. And I get 2 Tornado and Wind Shear. That's a waste. And deal 12 damage. Ooh, and if I did my charge, I get 2 more Tornado and do 2 more damage. So it's 14 damage. The Wind Shear is wasted because I already have one. And I get 4 Tornado, and he can't defend. So not a bad start, Storm. Not a bad start. He's still got more life than you after an ultimate. That's not great. So we're going to roll his dice. We're hoping he doesn't get a 3, because that will crit. And Oh, he did. Great. Okay, so the best one he can do, he didn't get any sixes. Oh, wait, he didn't get anything. What happens when he does that? I guess he doesn't do anything at all. I don't have the rule book to check. Okay, so there is a crit there, and I don't pick that up. And then there's also one there, which is annoying because that's where I was about to go. Well, I guess I'd get double the bonus for going there, though. But yeah, I guess he doesn't do anything, right? Because look at this. He didn't get 3 oranges. He didn't get that. Cool. I'll take nothing. But this does advance, and he's doing his purple compulse range. Inflict silence on all heroes. Remove 1 random negative status token from yourself. Well, that part doesn't matter. I looked at silence, at least in my old rulebook. Maybe they changed this in this game's rulebook. But it says you can't activate small and large straight. It doesn't say anything about storm unique largest straights. So maybe I can still do a large straight or largest straight with my tornadoes. I don't know. But either way, it'll go away at the end of my turn. What's the next one? I should check. Roll 1 per hero. Gain a shield for each slash hold. So that one's just kind of annoying and healing him. But yeah, that was a great turn. That was great. Let's keep doing that, Mysterio. And yeah, I am going to get both of these. So the red I don't benefit from until after his attack, but I will get a +3 attack token. And I'm drawing Dynamic Nature. Remove a lightning and roll 3. I'll gain some CP. I'll draw cards. I'll gain Wind Shear. So I probably want to wait until I use my Wind Shear to use that. I have so much defense right now. That's the best part, I guess. Okay, so are we saying I can use my largest straight? Again, I don't have a printed rulebook for this one, which might update things, but it says may not activate their small straight or large straight abilities. Hey, sometimes you gotta just go with your gut. I'm gonna say Storm is magical, and she can steal 4 dice and try to get a largest straight. Or hey, you can just roll 5 6s again, game. That would also be acceptable. Oh my gosh, that's no, one of those is not my 6. Okay, got 6, 4, 3, 1, 2. I'm just missing a 5. So again, I probably should not keep all. Oh, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4. So should I reroll the 6? That would be better, right? But then I need to get the largest straight. It doesn't even count because I can't do a straight crud. All right, here we go. One more time. Okay, good. Oh, I got a couple of them. Okay, so again, maybe cheating, but I'm going to say that I'm doing this. So I'm hitting him for 10, but he can defend. I can put up to 4 lightnings. The only one that I can't do itself, so Tempest. And then I'm going to get another card. Uncanny. Charge your Maelstrom and Tempest abilities. Okay. And up to 7 CP. So yeah, 10 damage. And what the hey, let's go ahead and spend this, make it 13. And then this is going to go away. All right, so down to 28. And then, okay, I lose momentum. I'm down to 6. And I take 3 damage back. And Wind Shear can be used for any incoming damage. So let's go ahead and use it in case I get a chance to gain it again. So I'll take 1 damage. And he'll take 2. Nice. And with that, we're going back to Mysterio. What you got, buddy? Okay, this time I'm not getting as lucky. Although he just got Mind Crush. With just a single 6. So it's 4, undefendable damage. And because I do have a red on my board, he also gains Flight and entangles me. Wow. So entangle means I only get 2 roll steps instead of 3 next turn. So they're going to use this the next time I attack them. They'll roll 2 dice, and if they get a 6, they cancel all my incoming damage. Although I might... Ooh, that's right. I think I can steal that? I think I might have a card to do that. No, let's see. That was undefendable damage, so I can't use Colossus. I can't use my shield. Darn it. Well, here, let's use not this time. Prevent up to 6 incoming damage. Why not? So we don't take any. And then I get to flip this over, and I'm getting a CP. I didn't care about that. Okay. Oh, crud. What'd they roll? They rolled a 1 and a 2, so there should be new ones here and here. Okay, and then this advances, and what are they doing? Oh, they're rolling, and if they get a claw, they get a shield. They don't. Awesome. Sorry, Mike, maybe show what you're talking about on the screen. Yeah, so this happened, but they didn't get a shield. Mind Fog is next. Roll 1 per hero. Gain Flight for each claw rolled. Oh, okay, so they might just get another Flight. All right, I'm going to go... I don't care about the Entangle that much, I don't think. So I'm just going to go draw a card, and I'll use Momentum to attack from range. Neither of these are that great, and I'd rather get... Well, I guess that... Yeah, never mind. Let's go here. So I'll get another crit for myself, and I get to draw a card anyway. What do we got? Okay, we got Twice as Wild. Awesome. And, an upgrade to Gust. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've got 8 CP, so sure, we'll definitely spend 2 of it to get Gust upgraded. And then I think I'll spend 1 for Uncanny to charge. Yeah, it says Maelstrom and Tempest. So let's just charge Maelstrom. I don't expect to use Tempest ever again. And should I buy somebody else? I'm really not getting hit. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and just trash Colossus, unfortunately, and spend 3 to get War Machine, who can actually deal extra damage for me consistently. So how he works is if my attack has at least 8 damage, I get half a die value as extra damage, or an extra 3 as well if I exhaust him. But I'm down to 3 momentum. Okay, that'll be fine. I've got twice as wild, so hey, we'll see what happens if I get lucky again. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to do this. Get out of here for 1 CP. I'm down to 4. I discard a status from any character, so there goes that. Now, I still have the Entangle, so I do only get 2 rolls. So just something decent will be fine here. That's the Lighted Up ability, but that's not good enough. And I don't have a Straight or anything. Let's keep it simple and just go for the Lightning one, right? So, boop. Okay. Oh, wait, I could also do Static, which would get me Wind Shear, Tornado, whatever. I want to get War Machine working, so I'm going to use Lightning Field with a Bolt. I only got 3, but that's still 5 plus 3, 8, which is just enough to trigger his bonus. So I'm going to get okay, 1 more, great. So 9. And do I fire off War Machine's cool thing? Nah, I might just keep him for the long haul. So she's down to 17, Mysterio, he. But then he's hitting me for -1 momentum, so I'm down to 2. And he's dealing 3 more damage, which again, I can't use anything to block. I'm only down to 36. I'm feeling fine. All right, and that'll be that. Let's remember that I've got, my Entangle is gone. Yay. And I've got the crit. So, is that nothing again? Yeah, I don't see anything on here that says what they would do if they missed. Okay. So now he's going to roll to try to get Flight again. And he didn't get a claw. What is the luck here? So, wow. All right. Well, let's just put this guy out of his misery, I think. Oh, that's right. I get a +1 damage token. Nice. And crap, I definitely didn't pay attention to where the reds were. Let's just do it again. Would that be another miss? What is my luck here? 3 and 4. Sure. All right, I just want to murder this guy. Let's go here and get 2 things. I got my twice as wild. What else can I get? Tsunami. You may reroll up to 3 dice. Can be the same die or different dice in any order. That's a cool one. I've definitely got enough to pay for that and twice as wild. And that's right, he didn't get the, whatchamacallit. Oh, should I use Dynamic Nature? Yeah, now that I don't have Wind Shear, I should. Okay, so I'm going to use Dynamic Nature. I'm going to roll 3 dice. Gain CP for white, card draw for blue, Wind Shear for red. It was 1 CP per white. I don't need that much. Yeah, okay, I'm rich. That's great. But what the hey, let's go for something big. So I got twice as wild. I got Tsunami. Let's try for a Smackaroo. That's not going to be it. That's a Static again. Could go for Thunderstorm. Well, that just gets me Lightning. Yeah, that wasn't too exciting at all, was it? I don't know. Let's just roll the whole thing again. What the hey? Oh, okay. Got 4, 5, 6. But no, if I can get 1 more with twice as wild, I can do my super again. Come on. Yes, let's go. Okay, yeah, so twice as wild for 3. Suddenly all this money doesn't seem such a bad thing. And I'm doing my ultimate. And let's go ham on this. Okay, so I'm going to spend my lightning. So I'm getting 4 tornado, and I'm getting wind shear, and I'm doing 14 damage with no defense, 15 damage with no defense. War Machine, what you got? 16 damage, you suck, and +3 from exhausting him, 19 damage with no defense. And yeah, that'll be all the chi. Root, you are done, Mysterio. All right, you're not going to get the Sinister 6 off this time. I have defeated him. So let's get to my thoughts on this one. So first of all, comparing this to Dice Throne Adventures. I really enjoy Dice Throne Adventures. I played that a lot with my kids. I think this one kind of blows it out of the water, though, at least for my taste, because I just am not in the mood for campaign games as much anymore. So having these quite varied little adventures you can go on and the fun of the different phases, and they really do have a lot of variety in them. I like that a lot better than the somewhat repetitive delving part of Dice Throne Adventure, having to set up all these tiles. It's a much more of a beast to kind of organize. So yeah, that comparison out of the way, I definitely think this is a better thing. Now, it is very random, as you saw. To be fair, that randomness is much lower in higher player counts. I've only played 1 and 2 player. But in 2-player already, you're getting things activating more consistently because you have a whole 5th die. And also at higher difficulty settings, the second thing they add is 2 more black dice. So that wackiness where Mysterio wasn't activating an ability. Let's see, even in 2-player if that would have happened. Nope, there we go. He's activating Baleful Illusion there. And then he's activating Mind Crush. And then, like, I think it's probably impossible for him not to activate at least Mind Crush every time. And there we go. He's got Psychic Tornado. So, yeah, so I think the second you go up beyond solo, you're going to get more consistency in the abilities, which is both a negative and a positive thing. It can be fun to, like, have things miss. And we had way too much luck on one side here, but some of the things are swingy. This is Dice Throne, and nothing has changed with the swinginess here. You're going to sometimes get things where, like, the illusion meter advances too quickly. Now, most of the missions don't have this kind of thing, where, like, you're losing automatically just because too many bad rolls happen all at once. But, yeah, it's just something to be aware of. If you didn't like Dice Throne for the dice, like, they're still here. But yeah, I think the way this works, I think the way they increase difficulty, because there are so many ways to increase difficulty, is really cool. Again, I like the variety in these. I've played, I think, 4 of them, and there's a bunch more in the prototype. The boss battle is a little bit more dull, but at least there's some choice in moving around and the crits and, like, picking up the tokens. So it kind of devolves, well, not devolves, I enjoy base Dice Throne, but it kind of just boils down to a basic Dice Throne attack with much less interesting boss mechanics than in Dice Throne Adventures. But in a way, that's to the game's credit because you only roll the dice once for the enemies. You only activate one ability. They don't have a deck of cards to deal with. So it is a lot more streamlined than Dice Throne Adventures. It plays a lot faster. It's, again, a lot easier to set up. So all of that, I think, is to the game's credit. It lets you just focus on your heroes, which, is what you want to do in this kind of game, right? So I think that's all a slam dunk. I think it's a lot of fun. I also love this ally mechanic. I'm a Marvel fan, so I like seeing my favorite characters. Hold on, I've been reading with my kids. There we go. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Ryan North comics recently. They're just so much fun, so I love seeing her in here. And they got Domino. The art's great. So I think all of this is cool. I like this new mechanic of using your momentum and doing ranged attacks, like without getting hit, picking up those tokens. I think this is all really neat. And there's some variety in playing the same scenario. You're going to get different tokens to go to, so you'll be, like, kind of attracted to different areas. This is going to start out on different spots. You might want to kill different enemies because they're going to activate their special power more. And again, there's a nice variety here, so I like all of that. Now, as for the new heroes, I've played all of them. I find Storm a lot of fun. Her tornado thing to try to get, like, huge straights is pretty cool. Her lightning management is a fun mechanic. The other 4 they sent me are Iceman. He has this cool, like, I think it's called sliding, where he can actually activate, like, 2 abilities in one turn. That's pretty awesome. Psylocke has an extra die she rolls that she can, like, swap out for one of her dice to give her a better chance of getting things, or she can just use it for bonus damage. I really like that. The only one I found a bit boring, which is a bummer, because he's just like most people, he's one of my favorite characters, is Wolverine. He just does damage and heals. Like, that's all he does. So there's nothing wrong with that. He's certainly, like, a good, like, fun one to give a new player for just a straightforward character. But he's probably the least interesting of the new 4 that I got to play. Oh, and one more thing I should maybe mention is that they do have this player perk thing you can unlock. So as you beat missions, or even if you fail on them, you'll get some points to unlock some things. And, like, the tougher the mission, the better stuff you get to unlock. And then it'll give you, like, ongoing bonuses that you start the missions with or have during the missions, or, like, options you can use. And this is fine for me. I'm not much of, like, a legacy, like, unlockable kind of person in board games. I just prefer that for, like, my roguelite video games. But like I said, they have a billion ways to make this so much harder and go to a much higher difficulty level. Even if you're playing one of the easier missions, you can, like, still make it tough as heck. So it's cool, I guess, that, like, you level up and they level up and you can keep on raising the difficulty if you want. But also, honestly, I've just been ignoring it completely and just playing the missions as is without boosting myself or boosting the difficulty a little bit. And that's been great. So if you're not, like, into, writing on sheets and, like, unlocking stuff, just like I am not sure I'm into that, then you'll still be fine. The game works totally fine without it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Go check out the crowdfunding page. It should be up today or soon. And yeah, I'm definitely into this one. The big thing is I think Dice Throne Adventures might go away. Sorry, Dice Throne Adventures. It's a great co-op mode, but this one, for my taste, not wanting to do campaigns, getting bored with characters when I play with them over and over again, this one is just 100 times better. And at the end of the playthroughs, I'd like to thank our highest tier patrons. Most patrons get exclusive videos every month, but these ones get their names read. So thank you to Dan Kierstead, J. Willie MF, Nick Skeen, and Joshua Thomas, our co-op champions. Good gaming, everyone, and I'll see you at the next stop.